Hi everyone, it's Jenny with Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. We're always on YouTube and Instagram at Joey143Jenny, and we're on Facebook at Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. Well, my video on my camera on my phone tells me I only have 30 some minutes, under 40 minutes, I guess I should say. So I want to get right to it. I'm back working on my Groovy journal, and today I'm going to be using Joey Cardmaker's Groovy Collage papers. These are his freebies on his Ko-fi, so go over and look for that. I'm going to also use from his Groovy journal kit in my journal, so I'm going to link all of these in this video, and I'll be using them throughout, so I may not link them in every video, but this will be one that you'll know you can find them. So Groovy journal kit from Joey Cardmaker, Ginger Journals .etsy.com, so Ginger Journals on Etsy. Also going to be using these really neat cutouts from Digital Art by Cindy. Oh, I'm sorry about that glare. Digital Art by Cindy on Etsy, and it's the 1970s themed cutout and collage for junk journals. I don't know why I don't have her face page on there. And then this one was a cute little, I just cut out one of these little girls, and this is from PaperPrincessDigitals. Man, I've had this for quite a while. It says it's on sale, but I've had that for so long. I have no idea if it's on sale or not now. But, or even if that shop is open. I don't know. It's been such a long time. I can't remember the last I showed you. So here's the Groovy junk journal. The cover from the outside and the inside is Kathy Holden's Vintage Soul, and I just ruffled it on the outside, and then I put some vintage pom-poms. I'm not crazy about these, so this is probably temporary until I find just the right thing, but I did go ahead and put my little loops here so that this can grow, so that's going to stay, just these little peachy things, I don't think. And then you may remember I said that I was going to go around each one. Well, I ended up doing a little bit more. I just couldn't bear it. I just kept going and going and going. So I stitched through, did a lot of different stitching. It really makes some really neat texture and just really fun to touch. And it looks kind of neat too. So with those journals, I can't remember if I showed you this or not. I've just put these pages together, and you'll see that it's a mixture of all kinds of digitals and different things, and it's a ton of pages, and it's just a ton of pages to write on, lots of writing space, but we're also going to decorate. So, oh, here's another one. I don't remember where that one came from. Ugh, I'll have to look. I think I showed it in an Etsy share a while back. Probably my last Etsy share. And some of these, this is like, just the colors are from when I dyed the paper. So I thought these turned out really good. Here's some of that dyed paper. Isn't that gorgeous? I haven't done any decorating yet. I've just put it together, and I'm even contemplating taking that apart and redoing. I don't know. I might leave it. I might not. I'm just slightly off center, and I'm going to try to handle it, but if I can't, I'll redo it. I don't have the energy today, though. It takes a lot of mind effort to take that little knot out or cut it out and then redo, matching all the holes back up and then redoing it. So I don't know. Seems to perform fine without, but there is a little bit of a buckle there. So okay, well there's the guts, and it is just at As a matter of fact, some of it pokes out, so it's just at the edge. And I don't know if you watched when I had first started doing this inside, and I said, oh, I should have cut it bigger, because once you start stitching, you know, it kind of draws up a little bit, and that's what's happened. It's probably drawn up at least a ½ inch. So we could do ruffles, all kinds of stuff to extend that a little bit. So we might do that. But today I just want to do an old favorite of mine, which is to use Rolodex cards. And I thought those were kind of, you know, 70s. Of course, they even, let's see, I think we were even using Rolodex in the, I think I had it on my desk in the 90s, maybe even early 200s. In the aughts. Let's do 6. And then maybe we'll do some another time for my the rose journal. So let's do 6. I like to just line them up, and I'm going to use the collage paper. You probably noticed in my journal where I use the collage paper as pages, but now I'm really going to just use them as collage, but I'm only going to use, I'm not going to use the girls because we'll use those to decorate, but I'm going to use the ones that are just these different colors. Beautiful colors. Okay. All right. So let's get a glue page. I'm going to use my Elmer's on this. That one's about done. There's another one. Yeah. And I am just going to start tearing and going for it. Might just move that over just a smidgy. Just give myself a little bit more room. Let's make sure we're in. Okay. So I hope everybody's having a really good day and enjoying this pre-spring. Pre-springtime. It feels like spring here. It's almost 70 degrees. And, you know, our little spring... Ooh, that paper. What is happening? Ugh, yuck. What happened there? I have to go in a little bit. Once in a while it hits a fiber and just will not tear. But yeah, so some of our spring bulb plants, like the daffodils, definitely the daffodils, they're even have little buds. Our tulips, some of the leaves are popping up. Crocus are definitely up. They're bloomed and everything, and they are gorgeous. Oh, it just looks like we have a beautiful purple yard in the front yard, and then it has we have some white. I don't know where it comes from. We have white and we have yellow, and they're all in their own kind of little patches. All right, so I'm just going to tear a few strips here. And I'm going to just glue them down. And what I like to do initially is to glue these together. Probably could have put them together a little closer. Get them glued together. I was over at Aldi. Oh, what did I get on that? Yuck. Aldi grocery store yesterday. And, you know, they always have the fun aisles. I don't know if they do at yours, but at ours they have the fun aisles where they have things that aren't grocery. More like gifts and household things. Well, they had these hanging lamps. Can you believe it? Hanging lamps. And oh my gosh, I loved them. So I said to Joey, I said, hey, do you think when you get off work today, I said this to him around lunch, that we could run to Aldi and just you look and see if those hanging lamps would work in our house? Because you can either hang them and plug them in, or you can hardwire them. I'd prefer to have them hardwired, actually. I think I would. Versus having, a chain with a wire hanging, and then plugging it in. I think I would prefer it to be hardwired in. Anyways, these lamps, or I'm just going to call them lamps, hanging lamps, are wicker, and they're just super cool. And our house is mainly white, all white, different whites, and it's mainly a cottage feel to it. But I like bohemian and things like that. So we'll see what happens. I think it'll work. Okay. Alrighty. So once I get them put together, where they're not moving so much, it's a little bit easier to do things for it. I probably should have put it on its own little plastic or something, because it's going to get glued down just a smidgy. Okay. A little crooked, but that's fine. I think that's good for that page for now. Let's see what we can find on one of these other pages. So I'm excited about that. And then Joey's buddy's coming this weekend too. He was going to come a couple weekends ago, but they got a lot of snow where he lives, so it was better that he didn't come. But I think he's coming this weekend, and they're going to do some two-man jobs around the house. So very grateful to have a friend like that. It's a good bonding time for the guys too. They enjoy each other, crack each other up, laugh about stuff that I try not to roll my eyes at, but I do. I end up rolling my eyes. I think I'm going to take a strip off of this because I would like a longer piece. And then I think I'm going to just run it here. So back to collaging. I like it. Plus we'll have these really fun cards to poke in. I might sew them, I don't know. If you don't have ROLODEX, that's fine. You can either make them, just get you some cardstock and cut out these little things. What you could do is, do I have cardstock anywhere nearby? You just take your hole punch at the bottom of the card, hole punch, and then cut two little strips in it, or little slits, and it works just as well. I think these are just super fun. I think they're kind of fun to trade too. It needs to go like this to kind of got it off. No, I think I'm going to do this way and then just cut it off. a little long. I'll cut that off. Hopefully it won't stick too bad. Okay. Alrighty, we're getting there. Put a little bit up here. You could have done these like monochromatic, like you could have done all red on one, or, you know, pinks and reds. And then you could have put all greens on the other and blues on another. And then that would have been really fun too. Yellows, there's a yellow one. This blue is pretty funky, isn't it? Let's cut it this way. Oh, cut up there. I want to keep this one. Sometimes it tears just fine. Sometimes it doesn't. I think that it just gets like a little fiber in there, and it just doesn't want to give. And I think that's what has been happening with my cutter, how it chews up sometimes. I think it gets part of that fiber, because some of the paper I use is presentation paper, but a lot of times, like this collage, when I do collages, I just use regular copy paper. And so I don't know that it, you know, I think it's not as fine, I guess. It's my thought. Maybe that's what's happening. But I love it for collaging and other, and to print. I like to also use it to print fussy cuts for the most part, because I like the thinness of a fussy cut. I like how thin it is. Okay. Still have not put more paper towels in here. I meant to do that. And if you recall, this craft bond, this extra strength Elmer's craft bond, it is pretty sticky. You know, it's a lot. I mean, it, like Oohoo sticks well, but this is really gooey, kind of a gooey sticky. Trying to think. Kind of would like some on each. I think that's going to cover up too much. That's fine. Let's put some of this blue. Let's cut it just, I didn't get it just quite right. Well, I wish I had something to share with you, but I haven't really done much in the last couple of days. You know, just the usual household stuff, errands, tons of errands. Come on. That might look good there. Yeah. And I went to town yesterday, to the big town nearby, and man, I don't know if it's the weather or what, but people are driving like maniacs. You know, zipping in and out. We have a lot of work zones going, you know, trying to get things done before the big travel time in the summer, I guess. And so we have work zones that are 50 miles an hour, and I am not even kidding you. People are zipping and passing, and it really scares me sometimes to think, you know, boy, it just takes one slip, one flat tire, one person not paying attention. So I made it home. White knuckled it all the way home. But that's, I don't care to drive that much anyways, so that's probably not just work areas that do that. But I do have to say, it does drive me crazy when people speed in a work zone. This one needs a little bit of blue. How about some more here? And I understand, I mean, I get excited to, you know, drive and you have the windows rolled down. I do love that. Just going over that a little bit. All right. Let's see if we can get some yellow in there. I think this is so pretty. Thank you, Joey, for the freebie. Go over to his Ko-fi and check it out. You know, I mentioned when I did the Etsy share on this that I would love to have a Groovy party. I have thought so much about that. I have so many ideas on how I would use this digital in a, you know, for a Groovy party, not just for the invitations, but also the decor and everything, you know. I feel like I just need to plan, just need to make stuff and then plan a party. Okay. Oh gosh, I forgot about our timer. All right, we have a few minutes left, about 20 minutes left. I don't know why it's doing that again. Did it for a little while and then it stopped doing it. You know, as far as like restricting me on how many minutes I could use. And my like my memory is cleared and all of that. It's not that I haven't done that. It is ready to go. I don't know what's going on. So it's doing it. It did it a couple of weeks ago too. Remember, I had to do like 3 or 4 really short videos. Now sometimes I do a short video because like the other day, I went to pause it, but I actually turned it off when I wanted to come back. These all go so well together, it's hard to tell where they start and stop. Okay. About some of this here. this so much. What else? What else? What else? How about some of these blue flowers? I think what I'm going to do is take that border off right there. See, I got something again there. I'm going to have to get rid of that now. And I think I'll take it right here. I've done some spring cleaning. I don't know what got into me. Organized our hall closet where I keep a lot of my vintage linens. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And we have a little, I purchased a vintage, very cute, really big fireplace mantle. It was white, just like had been painted a million times white. We purchased it probably the first year we moved here and put it in our bedroom. And my goal was to always get a, I don't know what it's called, but I'm just going to call it like fake logs, you know, that look like a fireplace. And so for Christmas, Joey got me, I just have never found the ones that I like. I didn't really even know what I wanted, but I just never found any that fit my taste. Joey found perfect set, and it's the fake logs, and they, you know, have, it looks very realistic. The flames look realistic, and then it also has a crackling. You can use the crackling noise. It has a heater, so it can actually produce heat. Honestly, I get hot just with it on. It doesn't even have to, you know, I'm just the thought of a fire makes me hot. But anyways, so over the last 2 or 3 years, that mantle has been a collection for, you know, pictures. I had some vintage, just a bunch of vintage things I put up there. You know, things where I just haven't figured out exactly where I want them. I've put them up there. And so then it got to be where it wasn't really, it didn't look like I had anticipated it. So one day I just thought, you know what, I am going to clear that off and I'm going to redo it. And so I just redecorated it, cleaned it, and cleaned all the stuff that was on it, and just redecorated it, and I really like it. It's very simple, much simpler than it was. Okay, I think that's done, so let's cut those apart. We have time? Yeah. Now, I'm not going to do the holes today because I want it to dry first. So I'll probably do those off camera because I really want them to dry first. Otherwise, sometimes in the past, I've tried to, you know, cut them or clip them or whatever, and the paper just tears up. Then it tears into the collaging. I don't want that. Plus, might not be a bad idea to just finish decorating, and then I won't have to poke those holes more than once. I may have to put some distress ink on it or something. I have some pink and I have some blue. Might look nice. Kind of just wherever I might have missed the card, you know, missed putting paper on it. I'm not sure these scissors are the best because they're so chubby. Yeah, like right there, I don't think I got to the top. It's hard to tell a little bit because the print on some of the digitals also have a little bit of white to them, which is totally fine. Helps to camo mine a little bit better. So I love mixing digitals. You definitely, like Joey's, 100% could make a Groovy journal out of all the wonderful digitals, all of the things in his kit. Oh my gosh, there's so much. Plus all the freebies. Oh my goodness, you could make, just print it even one time and you have one entire journal for sure. I just like mixing digitals. You know, I've told you it's like having my friends over, all my friends over, and I work with them. Sure has been fun fussy cutting Joey's with all of the wonderful digitals that he's made, the beautiful pictures. Your mind just goes a million miles an hour trying to, you know, think, oh, how else could I use these? I'm going to frame some for sure. I mentioned that on the Etsy. I am definitely going to frame some for my studio. And I want to make some stuff for a Groovy party. Okay, now let's put these out. I'm going to put them back out the way that, you know, with the feet down, these little guys down. Keep them oriented to the right way. I don't have very long for my clock tells me you're out of time. And let's get some of Joey's ephemera out. It's been a little while since I've looked in here, so this isn't all of it. I've got some in another one that are much smaller that I haven't cut out. Might be too big. Let's see what else I have. I don't know if this has, it's been a while, a good while since I've been in any of the fussy cuts that I did. It blends too much. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and use some of these from Digital Art by Cindy. Dropping stuff. Let's see if any of these are small enough. These are pretty funny. I don't know if I showed these to you or not. Now this one was that other little one. I just poked it in there, but some of these are really, really cool. Look at the cars and such. The butterfly, that might be nice. It's fun. Yeah, some of these are going to be too large. Check that out. We had one very similar. Yeah. Look at that. So cool. These are going to be great to decorate with. I just feel like everything that I've cut out from all of the digitals are just going to be too big. Oh, that one fits. For the most part, too big for these little guys. These little cards. These are just to put on backgrounds and things. Well, we got, let's see, we have 5. Let's see if there's another butterfly. Just hate for them all to be the same. What about this? Oh my gosh, do we have time to fussy cut that? I better get my tiny ones. Does that fit? Yeah. Do we have time and can I see well enough? That's one good thing about it being busy, you know, the background being busy, is that won't be able to see a lot of mistakes that I make, hopefully. I usually take a little more care, but I'm just wanting to get it on there. So one thing that I do when I fussy cut is I usually chomp down on the scissors slowly and then I pivot with the opposite hand. So in my case, I am right-handed, so I'm pivoting the paper with my left hand and I'm just slowly chomping down on the scissors as I go. Okay, we did it. Did we do it? Yeah, we're still running. Okay. Oh, I think we only have 2 minutes. Let's get these on here. See if we can get them on here. All right, if we run out of time, I don't want to forget I had a video that I didn't tell you, that we pray blessings over you. And we always want you to know that you're so loved. Put it over there so that we could put maybe something here. So loved. It's important for you to know that. Put him up here, and then that way maybe we have a little something saying or something we can put underneath it. These butterflies are fun, aren't they? Paneling. I think almost everybody had paneling. Oh my gosh, it's getting down to the wire. Okay, you guys, I think it's going to cut off. Uh-oh. Oh, that's a bust. I have to reprint that.